Yo, yo, yo. What is up, guys? For my returning viewers, love y'all. Thank you for coming back. You already know the deal. You already know it's about to be a banger. And to my new viewers on this channel, we're all about growing, supporting each other, motivation, and overall learning how to become the best version of ourselves, our best potential. To the haters, why are you here? Just leave that dislike and click off, bruh. We don't want you here. Anyways, let's get into the video. Man, America, the West. Well, not even just America and the West. This is just a people thing, a human thing. Y'all see the title, so I don't know. I think it's just a human problem. It's an evolution thing. Like a lot of people in this world, they just get comfortable with where they're at. They don't think they need to grow. And like people put a cap on themselves. They think I'm at this level. That means I'm mature enough. But it's like, no, the younger version of you is always going to be the immature version. And I noticed that because I look at myself and like last year, while I was like young and fresh into self-improvement, I was thinking, dang, I've really grown a lot from high school me. I've changed a lot. But now looking back, I'm thinking, damn, I was still immature as hell. So knowing that, I'm pretty sure in the future I'm gonna be like, I was still pretty immature, but a lot less immature. Like, I don't know, bro. We all look back on our, and I know this as a fact, we all look back on ourselves and we all think, damn, that's kind of cringe. The things I did, the way I spoke, like the shit I did is pretty cringe. And nothing's wrong with that. Like, nothing's wrong with being cringe. I don't even want to say cringe. Yeah, I'm gonna say cringe. Nothing's wrong with being cringe. It's just the process of life. You grow, you realize things aren't the way things should be, so you fix it. And as far as I know, humans evolve. So evolution is the thing we're supposed to do as humans. Like, I don't know. One thing I do know. One thing I do with these videos is we don't come in this life with a rule book. And I'm just trying to give y'all some advice out of some pages out of my book. Not giving y'all my whole book because y'all should be writing your own book. But I'm giving y'all some pages out of my own book to, help you guys not make a downfall arc. Like, you don't want that chapter. You don't want the next chapter to be the, oh, I got cheated on arc. It's not even like me trying to just be. I mean, it kind of is like me being a mentor. I'm here being a guide for y'all. Like, take my advice, apply it towards your life. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. Then it is what it is. But most of my advice goes for almost everybody. Like, unless you've already learned these lessons, it's never too bad to have a refresher on your lessons. But with the maturation process, it's all a mental thing. Cause looking at my life, I'm 20, but I feel and I know I am more mature on many different levels than a lot of the older people in my life. More than a lot of the older people I see. Like what I said a minute ago, people, they feel as though they are where they should be, or they get comfortable with where they're at and they don't think to continuously grow. Like, I know when I'm like 70 and shit, I'm not gonna be sitting around doing nothing. I might be smoking a blunt, but I'm not gonna be sitting around doing nothing. If anything, I'm gonna be giving my 70 years of wisdom. Well, it'd be more like 60 years or something. I don't know. Like when I'm 70, I'm gonna be giving my past life examples and just gonna be giving advice based on like literally doing what I'm doing now. Given as an old nigga, I'm not even old. 70 is a new age. Like 70 would be new for me. I've never been 70, so like I don't know. I was literally watching this video and it was talking about how time is a construct and how they put it in our brains that we have to deal with time. Like when they say 20 years old and then you're 21, you get older, but it's like 21, like if you're looking at it, the past is the old shit. 19 is an old age for me. That was old me. But 20 isn't the older me, it's the newer me, right? Because if we're moving forward, I mean, like, if time is even a fucking direction, you know? But if we're moving with time, then 21 would be the new me instead of old me. Because when you look in the past, that's the old. Anyways, no, that's kind of important because you're aging, and like I said, it's a mental thing. So you have to mentally get this through your head. Every year, every day, it's a new version of you. It's a new you with new opportunities. You could choose to take it or not. You could choose to grow or stay stagnant. You could choose to mature or stay immature. And like, we really just have to redefine what we mean by words. A lot of people gotta just re-look at the way they think about things, because when we think of the word mature, we think old, wise, wisdom, like the elders. Let me look it up. Here we go. Fully developed physically. Fully developed physically. Full grown. Having reached the most advanced stage in the process. Yeah, and when it comes to maturity, we never fully get mature, because even at 70, when I'm gonna be telling young kids about my past adversities, the things that I've gone through, I'm still gonna be learning. I'm still gonna be learning new ways, new things. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Why do they say that? They want to keep us stuck. They don't want the old people to learn new shit. They want the old people to think they're old. And then when they think they're old, they're going to live like they're old. Their body's going to start deteriorating because their brain thinks, yeah, it's time to die. But it's like, no, it's not the, I don't know, bro. Since we're constantly going to sleep, waking up, seeing a new day, and there's new things to learn every day. Like, the world is literally so fucking deep. We don't even know shit about the ocean. We don't know shit about fucking Antarctica. Like, the world is so deep. You can't tell me that even at age 70 you don't find anything new to learn. There's always something new to learn, always something you could go back into and get deeper into, or just new ideas you could create, new concepts and stuff. And when it comes to maturity, it's all mental. Like, you have to choose to continue to grow. You can't choose, or you can, but you choose to not mature. For me, sometimes I feel like, okay, I've matured a lot. Let me give myself like a day or two. Let me give myself like a week to be immature. You know, because it's like you need to balance that grown person mindset with your inner child. You know, like, as much as they put us out here in this world where we gotta pay bills, where we gotta work, where we gotta do all this dumb shit, it stops us from experiencing our inner child. So none of us know how to play. And when you know how to play, have fun, and be in that state of a childlike mind, you always think, because think about it, as a child, they believe they're growing, they know they're growing, you know, They always are looking for new things. Like, what I'm trying to say is, kids are always asking questions. They're always experiencing new things. They're always trying to grow. That's why when you look at a kid who's had an idea. That's why when you look at a kid who's like from the ages of like 5 to 10, you're experiencing life like crazy. So you grow a lot. What do you think being stunted is? Like, when someone says your growth is stunted, a child's growth is stunted. They stopped growing, they stopped reaching new heights, they stopped experiencing new things. You could be emotionally stunted, mentally stunted, physically stunted. Like they say, drinking coffee stunts your growth, but but what I'm trying to say is that we make a conscious effort every day to grow or not. They condition us to think once you reach a certain point, you're done growing, you're mature already. But it's like, no, you always have new things to learn, no matter what age, what point in life you are. That's the whole point of the world. We come out here, we chose to be here, to come in this life. Whether you believe it or not, just know you chose to be here. And we just came here to experience Earth, experience the world. It's a human experience. So when you limit yourself and stop experiencing new things, that's cutting off your maturation. It's cutting off your maturity. Like, you're just stunting yourself at that point. And why would you ever choose to consciously stunt yourself, you know? That's why we always have that need, that feel to get a zest out of life, to constantly seek new experiences. That's where the pleasure seeking, the people that fall into addictions, that's where that comes from, because they live life thinking, I want new experiences. But my mind is limited to where I can't make these new experiences myself. So let me smoke some. Let me get my head in the clouds. Let me get high and reach a different state of consciousness where I'm thinking different. I feel free. Like, people do drugs for different reasons, but in the end, okay, weed isn't a drug. Weed is a herb. It's a medicinal herb. It's an aid, you know. But people do things like Molly, meth, DMT, fucking, I don't know what's up with fentanyl, bro. That shit is crazy. But people do all that stuff to get a new experience, to experience new things, to, I don't know, bro. Because when you get new experiences, you tuck that under your belt, and you become more mature. When you're immature, that means you're at the very start. You have no experience. I'm just saying, the whole reason we experience things is so we can mature. Like, okay, let me move on to a different point. Childhood traumas are a good way to not mature, and if you want to mature, a good way to do that is by looking at the past and healing those childhood traumas or any traumas that popped up through your life, because as humans we do go through a lot of trauma. In this case, and nowadays, we're not fighting the woolly mammoth. We're not fighting a grizzly bear. We're not fighting a lion just so we could eat. You know, we got different type of traumas. Instead of PTSD from going to war, a lot of us are sheltered, and that's where the trauma comes from. A lot of the trauma is either DV, is like sexual, like, you know, I don't want to get into it because I'm not trying to trigger y'all, but like, that's the case. A lot of the traumas are small, subtle things. Now that we don't have to have that, and that's the thing, like, now that we don't have that life or death every single day, we get stuck in that survival mode in different ways. Now instead of a physical survival mode, it's a mental survival mode, a emotional survival mode, where we don't want to grow, so we drop ourselves into survival mode to protect our ego, to protect what we believe, to protect who we are. So when you start to mature, you start to realize that the ego's there for a reason, because survival is important, but at the same time, you don't need to drop into survival mode for every instance. And in these years, 2023, we really don't need to be in survival mode. The world isn't reduced to life or death. It's life, death, experiences, growth, learning. It's a lot of shit. The world is more than just money, survival. Got to get food and eat. Like, yes, that may be how they want us to think, so we could be stuck in our root chakra, limit our consciousness. But at the same time, like, there's just a lot of shit, bro. And growing up, I always thought, when by the time I'm an adult, by the time I'm 30 and shit, everybody around me would be mature. Everybody around me would be grown adults. Like an adult, I don't know. We're kids. We look at adults like they know what they're doing. They got shit going. But I realized, like, 50% of y'all fuckers aren't even close to being mature. Yes, close to being. Y'all aren't even halfway close to the finish line. And the finish line is just the start of a new race. But, like, seriously though, a lot of people, I'm 20, and I feel like I could discuss things with anybody from any age, because I've reached a point of maturity where I can just do that. I have the mental complexities to just do that. And it sucks being mature, because when I try to, at least for me, I'm gonna speak for me, when I feel as though I have to drop down my maturity level so I could talk to someone who's immature, it just doesn't rub me right. Like, kids, I love talking to kids because I understand they're immature, but it's a childlike innocence that makes them immature. For adults and even teenagers, it's a past life experience that stopped them from being mature. Kids don't have an excuse. They're new to this world. Older people, not older, but y'all understand the word old. So older people, they do have an excuse, but they need to stop making excuses. Or at least older people don't have an excuse. So yeah, if they make an excuse, it's bullshit. Like, I literally don't make excuses for myself. And then even those times when I do realize I'm making an excuse, I admit to myself, yeah, this excuse is pretty bullshit. I'm still gonna make it though, but like, it's pretty bullshit that I shouldn't be limiting myself just by making excuses. But when it comes to maturity and that whole maturation process, like, when I'm talking about childhood traumas and stuff, one thing could be maturing too early. Like, for me, I had to mature at a pretty young age. I learned how to be self-sufficient, stable for myself. I knew I had to, not knew, but subconsciously I knew, and I had to learn how to just be comfortable being by myself. Not really, like, I just learned how to run the place by myself, where if nobody's home, I know how to take care of myself. I know how to cook me some food. I know how to do the laundry. I know how to, like, manage my money. I just knew my shit. And at an age where I didn't have to, but I knew, because it's just how life is for me. But I feel for y'all that have had those parents that had to make you be the parent for your younger children. I mean, that's the thing, your younger children. For your younger siblings, like, I bet they felt like your children. But for y'all that had to grow up too fast and be the parent for your sibling, like, that's tough. And it does affect how you grow up in life. It affects you in different ways, like, not really having a full childhood for yourself. So that could be how you get caught up in immature ways. Like, I'm not gonna give more examples. I'm just gonna say, being forced to be mature at a young age can leave you with that need for, I want to feel like a kid. I want to do immature shit because all my life I've been mature. But honestly, I'd rather be young and mature than old and an idiot. Like, when you're mature, you know how to handle things. When you're mature, you know how to overcome obstacles. You know how to handle things with grace. Like, maturity is very important. That's just the point I'm trying to get through y'all's head. But yeah, that's pretty much the video. I got one quote I gotta hit y'all with. Time is growing, time is flowing, time is going. The question is, will you keep growing? But with that being said, I'll see y'all later. Drink your water, find God in your life, get your sleep, and mature, motherfucker. Mature. Don't stay immature. 1% every day at least. Mature, motherfucker. But I'll see y'all later. Hey, thanks for making it this far into the video. I hope you learned something. I hope you guys found something useful that you could implement into your life. But if you guys want to support me in other ways other than just dropping a like or a comment, then hey, in the description box I have different methods you could do, whether it's my online shop, checking that out, or Cash App, or Fiverr, where I have different services where you can actually get on the phone and talk to me, not in person, but you guys could get on the phone and talk to me. I could give you guys support and stuff. You watch the videos, so you kind of get the vibe from where I am. But with that being said, thank you guys for the support of simply watching this far. And hey, if you can't do that, don't want to do that, check out my other videos. So peace out, and I'll see you on the next video.